Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I'm building my operating system. Um, the reason I was out for a while is because of exams and school was too much, but we are officially out of school, so I can start up again. I have big plans for this summer and like a bunch of projects for stuff like that. It's great to be back. I'm happy to start streaming again. Here, let me send it to Discord real quick. But yeah, my exams were good, and I am officially done. So we're gonna be back on the grind. All right, I'm sending this to. I'll send this to everybody in Discord. Everyone, if you guys haven't joined my Discord or want to join my Discord, the link is in my bio for my YouTube channel. So make sure you guys check that out. If you guys wanted to join, you could join. I'm thinking about doing some like events. I'm thinking about hosting a hackathon for like with my viewers. So that'd be pretty cool. I forget. No. Arch Linux, I remember it's just Ethan. Because I was able to change the username and stuff like that. Okay. So, for some reason, oh no, it works here, but I was having problems in the past. Is why I kept downloading Arch and I was stuck on it for a few days. Was because the window manager didn't work, and I tried reinstalling Xorg and I tried installing other things, but it didn't really work. So no. Yeah, that's kind of that. Let's make this full screen mode. All right, perfect. So I'm going to open up Kitty, and I am going to open up the web browser. All right, cool. All right, here, I'm gonna pull up chat on my phone, so I can read everything you guys are saying. And I got hit with an ad. Welcome back, Chad. W clean shave. W camera freeze. Oh my god, the camera froze. Okay, hold up. Shoot, wait, hold on, I'm tripping. Wait, how? Okay. Why does my camera keep doing this? This always happens. So virtual camera, and then let's go back. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Okay. Hell yeah. So, okay, here. Where are we at in the process? Oh my gosh, what? I thought that was full screen. Let me full screen again. And sooner or later, guys, I'm thinking about switching over my PC to like running just a clean install of Linux on it. Welcome back, Chad. W clean shave. And that would be good because then I could do stuff like that. But right now, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. So the reason why I wanted to switch back to using Arch on my home computer. What's up, dude, on YouTube? I am back. I'm done with school, so I'm gonna start streaming every day again. I'm also thinking about doing this other series. Which would be cool. I'm gonna build a robot, like an AI robot. I'm gonna name it Cornelius. Have a clean Linux only computer as well. Oh yeah, I have a clean. Yeah, I used to, and then I broke my Arch install. Guys, is the camera frozen again? Oh my gosh, what What is going on? It, I don't know why my camera keeps freezing like this. Like I don't know why. I don't know why the camera keeps freezing. Let me move this up. Let's delete window capture. Or no, I'm gonna set window capture to Oracle VirtualBox. There we go. Okay, that's clean. Tell me if it freezes again, okay? All right, let's okay, so we have, I think, bin utils installed. Pretty sure. Let's go into build. What software are you using to stream? Just I'm just using OBS. Yeah, I'm just using OBS. Control L. I CD'd out. Okay. Let's actually see if we go back. Root. So. There's nothing in here. Are you using VirtualBox or something? Yeah. Guys, does it keep freezing or am I good? What's up, Audio Tour? Long time no see. I'm looking at all right, cool. We're straight. Let me know if the camera freezes though. Yeah, let me just let me know. Okay, so I don't think, let me try to restore the tabs. We'll go my history real quick. Let's store this. Or wait. Oh. All right. All right. Yo, what's up? Any news? No news so far. I'm done with college. I'm done with the first year of college. I got an A on the CS final, which was huge. I ended overall with an A. And what else? Oh, I got a lot of projects for the summer. I'm gonna try to build a robot, which would be dope. What else? So we got the robot, and there's some other stuff that would be cool that you guys will just have to see. I'm gonna start running more short form content, which will be tough. I'll kind of do like, I'll finish the recaps and everything. Yeah. Who's creating Skynet? No, I'm not creating Skynet. I wish. It's gonna be like his name's gonna be Cornelius, and he's gonna be like an AI robot that runs off AI agents, and you're gonna be able to talk to him. I'm gonna let him go fetch me a beer. Yeah, like an actual mechanical robot. I'm debating whether to use this Raspberry Pi or ball out and get an Arduino. Because this can't really run Arch, so or neither can Arduino. Oh my gosh, Arduino. I'm just not gonna say it. So I'm debating whether to use this or not. But I will have to get like DC motors. I'll have to get the boards for the DC motor controllers, and what else will I have to get? Arduino. Oh my gosh. Anyways, with that said, I recreated a processor from Terminator 2. Yeah, Raspberry Pis are crazy. My 11th grade econ teacher gave me this Raspberry Pi. Isn't that crazy? What is your opinion on Objective C? I don't really like it. I mean, it's fun because it's like, you know, C, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Real talk, bro. Slaying his exams, creating operating systems for fun, recording videos. How the fuck do you keep yourself away from distractions, man? You know, I still get distracted, but um, I got to do what I got to do. This is only an hour a day, which I know sounds like a lot, but if you really stick to it, you could do it. I mean, it's not. If you really stick to it, you can do it. What's up, Winster? What's up, Winster? If you guys really stick to it, because what I was doing on school nights was I would just stay up till like 1 a.m. because I had classes at 10 a.m. I do have some online classes, which takes what makes it a little bit easier because I don't have to go off of yeah, I don't have to go to campus for some of them, which makes it easier for me, of course. But what else? I start up work soon. This summer is going to be really packed. Oh, sorry guys, hold up. I don't know why my cam. I'll have to fix that. But don't objectify C. He doesn't watch streams. That's why. Wait, what? Okay. Anyways, let's actually get this installing, so I can talk to you guys. I'm gonna have. Now, mind you, I might be a little rusty. You know, it's been a while. It's probably been about a month since I legitimately was working at this. But I just had to finish the week out strong. I hope you guys can understand. Or I had to finish the month out strong. I hope you guys can understand. But we're still on the grind. I'm never gonna give up. I promise. But it was just too much workload. I had to step away for a sec. All right. So bin utils. I'm not sure if I did make install, but we'll run it again, just in case. Let's see, where am I? /Ethan/downloads cd build bin, and then make install. Now, okay, it's installing right now. Let him go. Let him go. Oh, bro, you don't program in streams these days. These streams are downloading streams. Dude, on God, but dude, on God. All right, now I need to import this into here. Once we're downloading, though, I actually wanted to look at where we're at. This OPT is not showing up, which is kind of weird. Maybe now if we run, maybe now we can run LD I6 I6. Yeah, see, it's not. Now let's try just downloading GCC now. This index of details. Let's look for GCC FTP. Why are you using a virtual machine? Okay, so the reason. Why? Fuck. Is that my... I'm really dumb, but can you tell us what you're doing downloading right now? Guys. Oh, thank God. Okay. Hold up. Oh. Oh. Yeah. First time I attend your stream, and I'm a noob in programming. Okay, sorry. I was scared because I thought my IP address got leaked, but we're chilling. Okay, let me think. What we're doing right now. So when you build an operating system, you have to compile everything so you have to cross compile. So what I'm doing right now is I am downloading the cross compiler so I can compile everything and then combine it all into an ISO file. If that makes sense. Hold up. I can't take any. I'm back. Okay. All right. I am back. Once we get this downloaded, it was a good stream. No. We're not done. We're not done. Oh, they came out with 15.1. Tarzi. Download this. It might lag. The stream might lag a little bit while it's downloading. We gotta wait for that. But let me actually close all this so it would run faster. Anyways. Am I back? Okay. All right, cool. Cool. We had 10 viewers this stream. That's a lot. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy I'm back. Would you guys like to see... What would you guys like to see? What's your specs, man? Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it is a ThinkPad. I don't know what model it is. It was a gift to me. But it's a ThinkPad, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I think it's a Quattro. The NVIDIA graphics card, the Quattro, whatever. It has a decent graphics card, and it has a i7 CPU, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my whole thing. All the importance. He streams for an hour every day. Bro is a god. You make a video on how to find errors? What do you mean how to find errors? Like in the compiler? Because I could tell you right now how to fix errors or find errors. Or do you mean in something like more specific? Do you want on like Visual Studio Code or do you want like this? Oh, let me I also got my headset too. Found this in the basement. Okay. I want to understand type of errors. Ethan, can you teach me how to oil up? Like, bro, are we serious? Are we serious? Okay. Here's how to understand the type of error. There's type error, there's logic errors, there's the main big ones are type and logical errors. Type errors are like if you were to add an integer and a string. Obviously, you can't do that without casting. So you would get an error. Hold up. I'm frozen again. Dude. Oh my god, I'm chopped. Holy chopped. Okay, that's better. What's that about? Yeah, the main big ones are logical errors and type errors. Type errors are, you know, like adding a string to an integer. You can't do that. You have to cast it. The logic errors are, or there's also syntax errors. Syntax errors are obviously, I think you know what syntax errors are. There's another one too. You was Elsa for real? Disney reference? What? What are y'all talking about? Okay. Oh my gosh. That maybe wasn't the right wording. Programming errors. Do you want to build a snowman? Bro, I'm not Elsa. Okay, here we go. Logic errors and syntax errors, and I don't know the definitions for some. Manifest something. Okay, runtime errors, like if you were to access an index of an array that is out of bounds. Runtime, logic errors, syntax errors. Logic errors are just like with if statements, right? Linker error makes sense. Memory leaks. I know the types, and I just want to know to trace error back to the source. You got any patterns for finding errors? It depends on what programming language you're using. A lot of times, like if you're using Rust or if you're using like Rust's error handling is amazing. They'll tell you everything wrong with your program, and they'll tell you like everything. C is a little bit harder, but you can use, especially if you're using, like say here. Let me actually open up a new thing. I don't know if I have GDB installed on here, but say I was to do evmc.c, I were to include stdio were to include, let's just do that, and let's just print hello. Main. Print F. Hello. Turn 0. Okay, so obviously when I compile this, what GCC has a pretty decent error handling, but if you wanted to go more in depth of like memory errors and stuff, you'd use something called GDB. I suggest you look up SYU GDB. I suggest you look up how to do it, but here's where you start is with GDB. You want to start with GDB. That is, it will tell you memory leaks, memory errors, stuff like that, and it'll be able to pinpoint for you. So that's tar.xf GCC. That's kind of where you want to be. Man, what up? Man, what do you think is more important, grinding LeetCode, competitive programming, or making some good projects? Projects are, in my opinion, the gold standard for learning how to program. Because, okay, the reason I say that is programming is such a broad spectrum. If you do different projects, you might have more experience in like all around than if you do LeetCode. You only have data structure algorithms and other stuff, right? Do a little bit of LeetCode so you understand data structures, but if you were to, you would be better off learning or doing projects, because it not only builds the skills of just doing, it builds the skills of researching, learning how to program different things. Hold up. Bitcoin just hit 101,000. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, what was it saying? Sorry, guys, I got off topic. Yeah, projects are better. But don't sleep on LeetCode. LeetCode's more for the interview. Projects are more for the job. That's a great way to put it. In my opinion. Now the stream might lag a little bit. If you are grinding LeetCode, you are not learning data structure algorithms, you are grinding LeetCode. Yeah. On YouTube, or dude on YouTube, as I understand, it's kind of a community. What? Bro's the god of colts and pubic hairs. Hello, Mr. Squiggly Balls. First of all, your haircut sucks. Secondly, I got early access for Doom, the Dark Ages, so I'm going to skip your stream by. Okay. My haircut was chopped, but I don't think it looks terrible. Okay. We don't hear you when you're reading comments, by the way. Sorry. He said, hello, Mr. Squiggly Balls. First of all, your haircut sucks. Secondly, I got early access to Doom of Dark Ages, so I'm going to skip your stream by. Like, what is wrong with this man? Not this again. Okay. I'm just going to do disable. We don't puberty. Wanna be cool kid. Maybe he's like 18 years old, by the way. Grown ass man. All right. This is gonna take a while, but okay, wait. This is gonna take a while. Give me some ideas of what you guys want to see in terms of like content wise. What you guys would like to see? Because I'm down for anything. Pause. I have this. I was thinking of going more into shorts. So, Nuvim is legal now. I feel the 34 rule image is coming. What does that even mean? I mean, I know what it means, but what does that even mean? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Also, this has been making me mad too. It's 107, but it needs to be 108. And ignore all this. It's just for the algorithm. Shout out YouTube algorithm. The fuck is chat? I want to see something anyway. I don't understand anything. You don't. Do you know at least a little bit about programming in terms of like? Have you done a little bit of Python, or do you want to get into it? I could give you some advice of where to start. That's why I'm asking. I can help you out. Stick around. You will find out. Yeah, okay, right. All this is just I don't even understand what the hell it's doing, but it's just downloading. Or it's installing onto my system. But that's what that's doing right now. So it looks like a huge wall of text, and you think like, wow, he must understand that. I have no clue what this is. Getting into Python. No, okay. That would have been a pause, but it's just too crazy and outlandish to be a pause. So I don't think I recently installed Arch Linux, and currently I'm learning C++. Okay, so have you ever messed around with other Linuxes like Linux Mint or Debian or Ubuntu or any of those, or did you just go straight into Arch Linux? Because if you go straight to Arch Linux, it's like feeding you to the wolves. It's like feeding you to the wolves. I'm glad my camera's working though. This is gonna take a long time though, guys. I only know C. You only know C? Okay, that's perfect though. Okay, here's why it's perfect. And this would be great advice to somebody just starting out. If you, in my opinion, want to learn programming, what you should do is try to, I'm not saying you fully learn it, but just try to learn and understand a very low level language, and then all the other languages will seem like just plain English. I promise. What are you currently doing? Right now we are installing GCC. We're installing GCC and binutils for the cross compiler, and it is taking too long, but it is installing. So yeah. No, it's the first time I've installed Arch. I'm suffering a little bit, but I've finished adjusting my system. That's great. I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. You know what I mean? But okay, let's think of my Linux journey. My Linux journey started about, let's say, 2 years ago. I learned. I actually started with Kali Linux. I thought I was. I was in. I think I was a sophomore in high school, I was either a sophomore in high school or a junior, or just like starting junior year in high school, and I downloaded Kali Linux because I thought I was a badass hacker, right? And I learned the hard way that I had no idea what I was doing. I was typing random commands, and it just didn't work for me. So I switched over to Debian, which it was the same thing, but it didn't have all the hacking tools on it. I learned that for a little bit, maybe like a year, and then I tried to like venture out into other distros. I tried Ubuntu. I've tried what else did I try? Linux Mint. I like Linux Mint a lot. It's easy, but there's no. It's harder to not harder to customize, but I don't even know where I was going with that. But I loved Linux Mint. I loved Debian. Ubuntu was okay. I liked Ubuntu, but where it really like stuck with me was Arch. I loved how, because Arch taught me kind of like the ins and outs of the Linux kernel and how everything sits on the Linux kernel. You know, Mint is a nice entry to Linux. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, just for a regular user. And I'd say, honestly, even if you don't know anything about Linux and you don't want to do any programming or anything, Linux Mint, I mean, you could get away with it and not have to touch the terminal ever and install everything. You wouldn't even have to touch the terminal if you didn't want to. What bothers me is that it takes a lot of time. Sometimes I forget about it and go back to Windows. Yeah, okay. So that's another thing too. It's easy to break. I was working on this, and I was working on the operating system, and I didn't have it saved to GitHub. I didn't have most of it saved to GitHub. So what had happened was my keyring for Pac-Man got I think it was outdated. I had to change it out, and I was working through it, and it I somehow destroyed my system in the process. So Arch is really easy to do that, but it gives you more freedom, more control of your operating system, which I enjoy. I was thinking about going to Manjaro, but I was thinking about continuing the Linux videos thing where I review it and do all that, which would be fun. And I'll try Manjaro. I downloaded Timeshift. What is Timeshift? Yeah, it has its own program manager and everything built into the GUI. Yeah, it's great. I love Linux Mint. Linux Mint is awesome. Systemd sucks. Switch to Void. Systemd is alright, but I've never actually heard of Void. What is Void? Sorry, my computer's dying trying to unpack. Void Linux. I thought you were talking about Void is a general purpose operating system based on monolithic Linux kernel. It is a package system, allows you to quickly install, update, and remove software. Interesting. I've heard of Void Linux. I thought you were talking about let's look at the benefits. Small and efficient, functional, anemic, and super snappy on modern computers. With Void Linux, your computer power is spent on your applications, not maintaining the operating system operating environment. Void is a chameleon. Interesting. Interesting. The key ring that happened to me a couple of days ago, OG low key took me 6 hours to fix it. Dude, I'm telling you, I was on that for like 12 hours and then my system just broke. I think I gotta go, man. It's 1 a.m. here. Peace out. See you, dude, on YouTube. Thank you for stopping by. Love you. You know Fedora? Now, see, I haven't messed with the hats in terms of Linux. I do want to check out Fedora and Red Hat. Uh, uh Let me know if you guys want to see that in another video, like with the ranking tier list of Linux. But yeah, I started with Debian, or I started with Kali Linux, and then I went to Debian, which I mean, I guess Kali's like pretty much Debian with more packages, but it's different. My laptop is a budget one. Been using Parrot for 4 months. What others do you suggest? Ooh, Parrot. I've heard good things about Parrot. I've never actually used it, but I've heard good things. Um, Kali would be good. I mean, if you're willing to learn Kali, Kali's always awesome to, or not Kali, Arch. My fault. Arch is always good to use. Um, Arch is the lowest. Not, I wouldn't say maintenance, but it's lowest. Like in its power. Okay, wait. Still going. Like, let me turn this up. I'm running, I don't know how much RAM I gave this thing. Was that my IP address? Not a good look. What window manager do you use? Awesome. I love Awesome. It's the only one I use. KDE just seems too different. I like this simple minimalistic look. While still looking like a computer. The best thing to do is have your /home on a whole other partition. Yeah. Same as one here, Joel. Gotta go, man. This was my first time joining the stream. I enjoyed it and I subscribed. Best of luck, man. Thank you so much, bro. Where is it 1 a.m. at? Where is it? India? India around Asia? Is it 1 a.m.? I bought a high-end MSI, and all I had to do was change fans and battery. Yeah, India. I'm from US, so it's what time is it? It's 3 o'clock here. 3 o'clock p.m. Are you using a virtual machine? Yes, I am. And the reason for that is because I don't like how audio sounds on Arch Linux. And I have like more, like I could add stuff on the web. I could add, hold up. Like, look, they have like a browser, color source. They just have all this extra stuff that I could use. And plus the drivers work better because I'm using a NVIDIA GPU. I ran, I think it was Arch on this, and it was having screen tearing, so I switched back. That was with the drivers too. But it wasn't, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm saying. You guys know what I'm saying. You from US, and I understand you. My English is not really good. I'm from Ukraine. Your English is pretty good. I fully understand you when you type in chat. And the fact that you could understand me perfectly is great. I mean, I honestly, yeah, dude, it's great. Yeah, audio not good in Linux. Yeah, audio not good in Linux. I have a problem with OBS in Linux Mint. Yeah, it's just not. It's just not what I do. Or it's not good. Yeah, you could get good used laptops and have money compared to new ones. Exactly. And a lot of people don't realize this too. if you were to use, or if you were to get an old computer, people say, "Oh, I got the new computer from Best Buy. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM, i7, say like 3050 GPU," and it'd be like $2,000 or like $1,500, and I'd be like, "Dude, go get you a ThinkPad, and you could deck that baby out for like $700 with the same stuff." Pre-builts are a scam, especially with desktops. I bought a pre-built when I was 15. I wish I didn't have the option of building it myself. I wanted to build it myself, but it was a Christmas gift from my parents, so I couldn't. They just bought it for me. Um, but you get so much more bang for your buck if you were to just build it yourself. Have you used YSL? No, I haven't. I've heard like good things, but I don't know really understand how it works. Like it's Linux terminal on Windows, or is it somehow like a what do you use as audio pipe pulse? I don't have any trouble as a sound. That's another thing I don't like about Arch is the audio takes so long to set up and it's such a big headache. Right now I'm using Pulse Audio, but I swear to God, it took me about like maybe 30 minutes to get it set up. Hop on Rust? Are you talking about that meme? You talking about that meme? Yeah, I mean, especially if you are someone trying to be in programming for IT, you should be comfortable building your own computer. And yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%. Building your computer is foundational. Foundational. I had my pre-built bit the dust in a power surge. My GPU got fried. I had like a Radeon. I think it was a 5000 series. But yeah, there was like a bad power surge and it got fried. And there was nothing I could do about it. Stop saying hop on Rust. I know what you're talking about. Does Kali have GUI? Yeah, Kali's more for penetration testing, more cybersecurity operating system focused. If you were to download it, it's pretty much Debian with like a bunch of cybersecurity tools on it, like Anaconda or I think they have Wireshark on it too, and a bunch of other tools you could use. What is it? Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi's one. Yeah, they just have a lot of cybersecurity tools. It's pretty cool too, and well, it was my first taste of Linux. Did you make Linux Rice setup, or do you prefer simple setup? I do have a Rice. I just downloaded this, so I haven't been able to set it up. But I do have a Rice. If you guys wanted to check my Rice, actually, technically what it does is it just makes the everything up here black, and it just looks cleaner. It's on my GitHub. My GitHub's in my YouTube channel description. If you guys want to check that out. Yeah, it has a GUI and it is a command line version. That's pretty cool. I'm glad somebody did that. I wish Windows would spend more time on its development for their like terminal and stuff. And like we were able to download packages. Nah, bro nearly got his IP leaked. I know, dude. I know, audio, dude. It was so bad. They should take that away, dude. Good thing. Okay, here's another reason why I use my VM too. Is if I were to get if I were to reveal my IP, I could just delete the I could just delete the VM. And then I won't have to worry about it. If I were on my home computer, I'd have to reinstall an operating system, and I'm not trying to do all that. This would be, I mean, I guess you install a new VM, you're technically installing an operating system, but it's different. It's different. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what's up. This is still downloading. This is gonna take like at least another 20 minutes. I mean your location in yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up just buying a PS5 for games and then switching to Linux Mint again after Windows 10 degrades. Dude, that's another thing too. The balls on Windows to discontinue one of the best operating systems they've ever made. Windows 11 sucks, in my opinion. Windows 7 was dog shit. Windows 8 was dog shit. Actually, Windows 7 was all right. Only contender for Windows 10 is Windows XP. That's the only contender. Dude. Like what was the new Copilot where they just take screenshots of everything? They take screenshots of everything you do and then you could ask it what was like my password or something and it will tell you. Like dude, that's insane. That is a crazy security risk. And I know, you could opt out, but they make it hard to opt out. And they're also shipping your information out to another, to like these other companies. They're selling your data. Yeah, recall. Yeah, oh my god, that's what it's called, recall. Also, Mint is lightweight, right? Linux or Mint is, I guess you would say, it uses less RAM and less hardware than Windows, like Windows 10. I think Windows 10 is like about, is it 4 to 6? And I think Linux Mint is 2 gigabytes, I'm pretty sure. I'm not quite sure. But it's definitely less than Linux or than Windows. What do you what do you think could be the next big thing after internet? You definitely AI. What was that? What is going on with the crypto right now? Ooh, sorry. Wait, what was I talking about? Oh, with I'm hoping the government steps in and be like, "Hey, AI is taking too many jobs away. You're gonna have to like, you can't use it to do product. You still have to hire people." I'm hoping that's where we end up, but I didn't press F5 though. Um, Maybe my phone did. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm scared. And then once they get and I know the AI you see right now is probably 20 years behind the AI that the government's made. I think it's only a matter of time before, sorry, they use quantum computers to um, train AI models, and they're just going to be insane AI models. It's going to be sooner or later where the AIs are just going to be, oh my gosh, that voice crack. Wait, what government AI? I'm just saying, like, guys, the AI you see now was probably created 20 years ago, 10 to 20 years ago. The government has like their best people on it. You think they'd open it to the public? I mean, come on, guys. No, that's not no like conspiratorial bullshit, but it's like the government's always steps ahead. I mean, we didn't know about a lot of like very historical events until, like, for instance, like, the JFK files. The government knew everything that went on for the JFK files, and they didn't release it until recently. And even then, they didn't even release all of them. Yeah, it's true. The official hidden AI is way more powerful than the public AI. Yeah. Yeah, we're getting into more conspiracies. I feel like they've already started with, or I think quantum computers, they have a quantum computer that nobody knows about that's probably like crazy. Once they start machine learning with it, it's going to make a crazy AI. Like the ideas that it will have will be unconceivable to a human. Yeah, drones are a good example. The drones the government was flying around in Iraq are higher tech back than most countries still have right now. Yeah. AI is replacing humans, filtering their data. Yeah. Which operating system did you build? Arch. This is Arch with awesome window manager. Honestly, you know, the government will have to step in at some point because I don't know. Say AI takes over everybody's jobs, right? How are people going to survive? Is it going to be like kind of like a communistic government, or is it going to be something else? What do you guys think about that? Like, what do you think would happen if AI replaced everything? I'm even debating going to, um, like getting a degree in like electrical work. Universal pay, something of 1,000 a month, but even then, like, there's going to be no. I mean, even $1,000 a month, nobody could live off that. Nobody could live off that. Everybody would have to like. Wait, repeat your question. I'm saying like, what do you guys will think will happen if AI takes over every single job? How do you think people would like get paid or do work or whatever? Like, would it be like kind of like communism where everybody gets like a standard rate, or is it going to be like something even crazier? Do you think AI is more about architecture or computational power? I think both. Obviously, it takes a lot of power to run an AI, and architecture could always be better. Sacrifice of mass population. I bet people said the same thing when computers came along. No, no, no. Actually, when the computers came along, everybody thought it was like a fad. Everybody was thinking like, oh, this is only gonna blow over. Nobody was really serious about computers. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure like nobody was like everybody thought it was a fad. Architecture sets limits of the model. Yeah. Yeah. Do you guys like the new setup? I finally got the first YouTube check, so I put it all back into the setup. So I got this mic, I got this webcam, and I also got a 3D printer, which I'm gonna use on the robot that I'm gonna make. Sigma ass setup. I can't do without you guys. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. I enjoy I enjoy programming, and I'm glad I can do this stuff. It's crazy how internet came out about 60 years ago, and other core subjects are here since 2,000 years. Yeah, yeah, that is true. I think the school system is definitely behind. Um, but I mean, how? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But the question is if there's ever going to be a limit to AI. Now, I do think since the demand for AI has come up, the demand for power is going to be even more up because these huge GPU farms that they do to train these models takes so much power. I mean, ridiculous amounts of power. The government's converting over to electrical vehicles. They need power. It's all going to be power driven. So I feel like there's going to be a bigger demand for power. I paid $20 for ChatGPT, but I think Grok's better for calculating something. Yeah, Grok's AI is pretty good. Yeah, it's power's good. Or not power. Grok. I've played around a little bit with it. Its image generation is pretty good. Do you think AI will be used to send AI controlled AI astronauts spaceships and it will act as smart humans who don't need oxygen or food or just electricity? Yeah. I mean, it will get to a point. I think the next step in AI is getting physical, like mechanical robots that AI controls. I think will be the next step in AI. And, it will have some good use cases. Like, people won't have to coal mine or like do very dangerous and harmful jobs anymore. You know, I mean, when modern computers came along, the human computers were afraid of losing their jobs. Now we see the same with AI. But you see, it's a little different because the computer wasn't replacing you, it was replacing. It's different because AI can replace the you. It can't replace. Because when the computers came along, it couldn't replace the you. AI could replace the you. You know what I mean? Hold up. Cam freeze. Cam froze. You guys can still hear me though when the camera's frozen, right? All right. You're almost stuck. You know that, right? Right. Yeah, I can hear you. I bet. At least it will cause some kind of innovation in nuclear power. Yeah, for sure. I think hopefully it will pave the way for solar panels or solar power. I think solar power is so dope. You just harness the power from the sun. It's so free. It's so free. Now you move. Back in the 1900s, we used to have rooms with 100 plus people doing computational work. One computer replaced 100 people. Now one AI replaced 100 programmers. Yeah, I guess you're right. It's scary to think. But okay, let's think in the past things that have taken over people's jobs. There's some I can't think of it. Move register 0 to register 1. One harvester, 100 farmers. I don't think so. AI is still dummy dum dum. Listen, I think ChatGPT did like a okay, but like this video is undeniable. Uh shoot, what is his name? Oh, let me pull it up real quick. 2000, I think it was 22. I mean, this is 2 years apart, guys. This is 2 years apart. I mean, look at this. Look at him. He looks like a bear, bro. Sorry guys, my boy's calling me. All right, now my computer's dying. Wait. How? Guys, we're still downloading. We're still unpacking GCC. Look at this. His mouth is closed. He's got a spaghetti beard right now. All right, wait, hold up. It's loading. Bro. Hold up. Sorry, I had to text my mom real quick. Let's let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. AI isn't the only threat. Offshoring is a huge problem too. Tons of qualified programmers overseas who are worth for literally a fifth of what programmers make here. Yeah, outsourcing is a big problem. Dude, because my boys are trying to call me and I'm on stream, and I told them I'm on stream. Um, like, stop calling me. I told them I was on stream. Okay, ignoring the drama, just compare Midjourney V4 and V6. Huge difference. Just yeah, exactly. Like the AI's. I couldn't load the Will Smith because my computer's network is dying because it's trying to do many different things at once. But the difference is uncanny. It's scary. You know. Okay, wait. Is there anybody use old browsers like Windows Explorer? What do you mean use Windows Explorer? Who uses Windows Explorer? I don't think there's a way. I don't think there's a way. I think that if factories and other systems could operate without people, the smart part of society might just eliminate the default people since they wouldn't be needed anymore. Exactly. You know, it exactly, but I also think it's going to destroy, entertainment because people will generate, these crazy movies or whatever and like how are we supposed to compete with that? Do you think AI will fight based on their nationality, like DeepSeek versus China versus US? Okay, I heard this, and it's probably true that DeepSeek was trained on ChatGPT, so it was kind of like a imagine you build a tiny house on top of a skyscraper. You know, I mean, they did make a better AI model, but you know, they did pull from ChatGPT. So it's not like AIs can never replace artists. Yeah, because like AI art so far just looks weird. I can't explain it. It's like a certain look that it's AI. Um, but yeah, one computer replaces those people like 50 years later, when all those people got old or passed away. Yeah. The moment AI can replace COBOL developers is when we know we're fucked. Yes, bro. Yes, bro. The most frequent cited example of in this field is telephone operators, but in fact, it took 30 years after the patent for electronic telephone switching devices were issued for them to be replaced. I'm sorry, I read that, but I didn't understand it. Like in my mind. The most frequent cited example in this field of telephone operators. But in fact, it took 30 years after the patent for electronic telephone switching devices was issued for them to be replaced. Okay, so like, because I know back then what you had to do was you had to dial up the operator and then tell them who you wanted to call, and then they would combine the calls, right? Or they would call you. Right? Or something like that. All right, guys. I was hoping this would end before I end stream, but low key, I do have to go. I do have to bounce. I get my wisdom teeth removed tomorrow, so I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and I will be geeked as fuck, but I will be programming. So stay tuned for tomorrow. Bro said, "Are you human?" 3,000 elo on code forces. Yeah, see, like stuff like that. It's crazy. Yeah, there used to be people that used to work for cell phone companies and they would connect you to a number. Yeah. How many cores do you have assigned to VMware? I think I have like 3 or 4 cores. Why remove teeth? My wisdom teeth, they're just coming in and they're hurting a lot. So I was just going to get them removed. I don't know if you guys do that too. Some people are born without wisdom teeth, actually. But yeah, they're hurting a lot, so I'm getting them removed. And then they cause some problems. So like, you can't reach back there to take out Like there's like huge bacteria buildup. But anyways, guys, I do gotta go. Thank you guys so much for the stream today. We had crazy numbers, crazy people. You guys are all awesome. I couldn't be here without you guys. You guys changed my life. Shout out you guys. I will see you guys in the next. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. All right. Bye, guys. W stream.